Hi everybody, welcome to Wade's Orchids. This video was inspired and suggested by my friend Fabiola, so this is for her as well as for all the rest of you. She has kindly let us use a plant that she is going to have. Here's a little Cattleya luteola, and we are going to mount this on this piece of cork. Okay, now there are some things that you have to consider before you actually mount a plant. To try to ask yourself if you can do these things to be sure of success of the plant. First of all, when mounting the plant, will you be able to provide adequate humidity? That's a very important thing because plants that are mounted do require more humidity. Okay? Second of all, it is important that the plant is in its growing phase so that it will provide new roots that will attach to the mount, because roots that are already grown will never attach to anything else. Okay, so we want to look here, and I don't know if you'll be able to see this, but I'll try to hold this up. And this is just starting its growth phase for the year. With certain species, this is very, very important because I have seen plants die because they were not repotted or mounted at the proper time. Okay, so it's very important that you do this at the proper time of the plant's cycle. Okay, here's the things that we're going to use. First of all, we have the plant and the mount. This is cork. Cork is fairly expensive as far as mounting goes. You can go out and find bark from the trees in the woods and that, but I really like cork for the reason that the roots can penetrate it very well. It has always been the best thing that I have found for mounting, so it's worth the price. We have a little bit of sphagnum moss here that we're going to use to add for a pad for the plant to provide moisture to the roots that are there until the plant can establish itself on the mount. This is an optional thing, but some people may want to drill through the piece of cork rather than just push the wire through it. And this is, I think, 14 gauge wire that we're going to use. We're going to cut off a piece of that to make a hanger for the mount. And we have our lineman's pliers. Okay? So, I'm going to cut off a piece of wire here. Just like that. And we're going to push this through. Actually, maybe I will drill this part way. It's a lot easier. Let's see, where do I want to go through? Right about there, I think, should be good. So I don't think I went through all the way, but I went through a good portion of the way. Oh, I did get all the way. Okay? So we'll make a little loop here. And you'll see why we use this in a second here. Push this through here like that. And then usually I do this up against a sharp table edge or something. I don't have that here, so I hope I have enough strength to push this in. And you just shove this right into the cork. I'm sorry, I can't really show it to you very well. And then with lineman's pliers, you get this and you pull it even a little more, so it's very tight. Okay, then we bend this up around here and make another loop, and it will be ready to hang. Okay, now next thing is to unpot the plant. Boy, that's really attached. There we go. Nice root system. I always worry when I do something like this on video that the roots will all be rotted and stuff. So far I've been lucky. So we're going to remove virtually all of the cork here. And you just work around it a bit. Sometimes you have a piece that wants to hang on, and use some fingernails or whatever to make sure you get it off. And just try to work it free without damaging any live roots. Yeah, I'm happy to say this is in very good shape, the root system. So we have one or two pieces on there yet, but that'll be fine. Okay, we're back now. I'm sorry I had to small interruption there, but now we've got the plant ready here. One thing to be very careful of, and that is to be careful that you do not break the lead growth that is probably just starting. Okay, you want to be very careful of that. Now, what I'm going to do next is to just place this roughly on the mount here to check how I want it to be. Okay. Here's an old bulb. Pull that off. Okay. So we want it to come out just about like this. Okay. At this point, we get out the sphagnum moss. I'm going to put this aside and make sure that you can see this here. Okay. We'll get out the sphagnum moss. And usually I put the moss down first, like this. Now something that you can do is, once a plant becomes established, you can take this moss and pull it away from the mount in the plant. Okay, that is entirely up to you. Okay, so I have some of the moss here wrapped around into the front of the plant, and I just dropped my label. Okay, one thing that I forgot to mention is that we need something to tie this on. I have a bunch of wire here. This is thin wire, and I'm going to get a piece of this. Let's see. Have to untangle it. There it is. Something that's good is to always overestimate the amount of wire that you're going to need for something like this. You can also use fishing line. You can use thin jute. You can use the twistums here if you want. When I was mounting a lot of oncidiums, or tolumnias as they're called now, I actually used to use a staple gun. Another thing that is used sometimes and to very good effect is to put a couple drops of crazy glue on and to glue it onto the mount. That works very well. Okay, so I'm going to take another look here before we start. Okay, So this is ready to go. And I'm just going to start it right around here. And let's see, first strap I want to go right there, I guess. And we'll bring it around to the back here, and we'll just twist it together nice and tight. Okay. And then we'll go around here. And one more time here. See if I can grab everything in this down here to secure it well. Okay, now that should do it. Now we just take the other end here and just wrap this a few times. Hope you can all see this okay. It's hard to pay attention to the camera and pay attention to what I'm doing here, and the more important thing is to pay attention to what I'm doing, I think. So we have that cut around there. If you want to, just to make sure everything's good, you can just wrap these wires around themselves a little bit just to make things a little bit tighter. Okay, now, excuse me while I grab my label, and we are going to put a date on this. And it's the 2nd of June, so we're going to do 6/15. Okay, and now we just take this down here and bring that up like that. And I believe that's about it. Here's the mount. I'm going to bring it up real close for you so you can take a good look at it. Okay. And that is ready to take off and start growing. Okay, so thank you very much for watching. If you have any questions on mounting your plants, please let me know. And have a good day and good growing. Bye-bye.